So then, how do we differentiate between, say, learning, knowing, and in the current time, just consuming content, right? I mean, when my dad sees like a reel of someone fixing something, they think, oh, I got it. Like there are 5-minute crafts and somebody fixing a flip flop. I got how to fix something, right? So, what is the harm in that? What does meaningful learning also mean?
Yeah, I think this is an important question, and it goes back to something that we talked about earlier, that for us, education and knowledge is about what is in the head and not what is in the hand, so to speak. And so when people say that, look, what you have is a whole generation that is just consuming content, and the idea is that of a passive person in front of a screen or front of a phone in their hand. Like, for example, my son who reads, but he also watches a lot. He knows the names of all the countries in the world. He knows the flags, and he can identify through a game. You give him one part of a flag, he can identify which country that flag belongs to. He knows multiple things because he's watching. So it's a different mode of learning. Now it's a question of what one watches. Right? One can watch pornography, or one can watch do it yourself, or one can watch things that relate to cooking, exercise, language, geography, quizzes, how to fix a tap, how to fix a leak in the plumbing, how to fix your fuse if your fuse blows. All of that is available. So it is consuming towards learning, right? So not mere passive consumption. So one of the things that this whole space of digital media has allowed us is to actually learn skills which we have not been taught in our school, right? I think the thing is that one has to have this idea of an education that comes to us through digital media, where we use YouTube, we use Instagram, we use all of this to learn. It's not only through books. Ki kitab padho is what we are told, right? This is an old-fashioned way of thinking about education, because that education is about memorizing, it's about information, it's not about creativity. And I think for us, the idea of consumption needs to be related to the question of learning.